Hey everyone, welcome back to Real Talk Lab, the podcast where we have real conversations so you can practice your listening and pick up natural English along the way. I'm Emma.
And I'm Drake. Super happy to be here with you all today. And Emma, I have a feeling today's episode is going to get a little heated.
Maybe a little. Okay, so today we are talking about something that a lot of people have strong opinions about. Working from home versus working in an office. And Drake and I are on completely opposite sides of this one.
Completely opposite. I love the office. Emma, not so much.
Not so much is an understatement. Give me my home, my couch, and my coffee machine, and I am good to go. But hey, we're going to hear both sides today, and you can decide which one you agree with.
Exactly. And listeners, feel free to think about your own situation while you listen. Do you work from home? Do you go into an office? Which do you prefer? Keep that in mind as we go. All right, Emma, you want to start?
Sure. Okay, so let's talk about daily routines first, because I think that's where the biggest difference is. When I work from home, my morning is so relaxed. I wake up, I make coffee, I sit at my desk in my pajamas, sometimes, and I just start working. No commute, no traffic, no stress.
In your pajamas?
Sometimes, don't judge me. The point is, I have full control over my morning. I'm not rushing around trying to catch a bus or sitting in traffic for 45 minutes. That extra time, I use it to exercise or have a real breakfast or just feel calm before the workday starts.
Okay, I hear you on the commute thing. Commuting is not fun, I'll give you that. But here's the thing. For me, the commute is actually when I switch into work mode mentally. Like when I'm on the train or walking to the office, my brain is like, okay, it's time to work now.
When I work from home, I just never fully get into that zone. Like my bedroom is right there, my TV is right there, the fridge is right there. It's too easy to get distracted.
The fridge. Okay, yes, I will admit the fridge is dangerous when you work from home. I have definitely walked to the kitchen like 6 times in one morning looking for snacks when I was actually just avoiding a difficult email.
Ha! See? Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, but that's not a work from home problem, that's a self-discipline problem. And once you build good habits, working from home is actually way more productive. I get so much more done without people interrupting me every 5 minutes.
People interrupting you? That's called collaboration, Emma.
No. There's a difference between collaboration and someone walking over to your desk to talk about what they had for lunch. That is not collaboration. That is a distraction.
Okay, fair point. Some conversations in the office are not exactly productive. I'll give you that one. But, and this is a big but, some of the best ideas I've ever had came from just talking to a colleague at the coffee machine. Like casual conversations where suddenly someone says something and you think, wait, that's a great idea.
Right, yeah.
That spontaneous kind of creativity, I don't think it happens as easily over a video call. You know, when you're on Zoom, it's very structured. Someone talks, someone listens, meeting ends. There's no random, hey, what do you think about this moment?
I actually kind of agree with that. I do think some ideas happen more naturally in person. But you know what I found? When I work from home, I have more time to think deeply. Like I can really focus on a problem without someone pulling my attention away. So maybe the ideas are different, but they're not fewer.
That's a good point, actually. Deep focus versus creative sparks. Different kinds of thinking.
Exactly. Okay, let's talk about something a little more personal, the social side of things, because I know a lot of people worry about feeling lonely when they work from home.
Oh yeah, this is a big one for me. Honestly, I think loneliness is one of the biggest problems with working from home, and not enough people talk about it. Like, I tried working from home for a few months during the pandemic, and by week 3, I was having full conversations with my houseplant.
Ha! Your houseplant.
his name is Gerald, and he's a great listener, but he doesn't give great feedback. I missed people. I missed the energy of being around my coworkers, even the annoying ones, you know?
Huh, even the annoying ones. Okay, so I totally understand that, and I think loneliness is a real risk, especially if you live alone. But for me personally, I live with my partner and I have friends nearby, so I actually get plenty of social interaction outside of work. My social life and my work life are just separate.
Right.
And honestly, I think a lot of people confuse coworker interaction with actual friendship. Like, just because you see people every day at the office doesn't mean those are deep, meaningful relationships. Sometimes it's just small talk.
Okay, but small talk is still human connection. It still matters. Even just saying good morning to someone or laughing about something stupid that happened, that stuff adds up. It makes your day feel warmer and more human.
Yeah.
And for people who are introverts or who are shy, the office can actually be really helpful. It kind of forces you out of your shell a little. You have to interact, you have to communicate, and over time, that builds your confidence.
Okay, I hear that, but I'd also say that for introverts, the office can be really exhausting. Like having to be on all day, having to make conversation when you just want to think, that drains some people completely.
That's true. That's a fair point.
I'm a bit of an introvert myself, and working from home honestly gives me energy. I recharge at home. By the end of a full office day, I used to come home completely exhausted, not from the work, but from all the social interaction.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm the opposite. I'm an extrovert, so being around people gives me energy. If I work from home too long, I start feeling kind of flat and unmotivated. I need that buzz of people around me to stay sharp.
And I think that's actually the key point right there. A lot of this comes down to personality. There's no one size fits all answer. What works for you might completely drain someone else.
100%. Okay, let's talk about flexibility versus structure, because I think that's another big one. Emma, I know you love the flexibility of working from home. Tell me about that.
Ugh, where do I even start? Okay, so the flexibility is honestly the number one reason I love working from home. Like, if I have a doctor's appointment at 2 in the afternoon, I don't have to ask permission or feel guilty about leaving the office. I just go and I make up the time later.
Right.
Or if I'm in a really good flow at 7 in the evening, I can just keep working. And if I need a break at 11 in the morning to go for a walk, I do it. I manage my own time. And honestly, I think that makes me more productive, not less. Because I work when I feel good, not just because the clock says I should be working.
Okay, I get the appeal, I really do. But for me, that flexibility can actually be a problem. Because when there's no clear start time and no clear end time, work can kind of bleed into everything. Like you're never really off.
Yeah.
At the office, when I leave at 6 o'clock, I leave. The work stays at the office. But when your office is your home, you might find yourself checking emails at 10 at night or thinking about a project when you're trying to relax, and that's not good for your mental health long term.
Okay, that is a really valid point, and it's something I've struggled with too. The boundaries between work and personal life can get really blurry. I've had evenings where I thought I was relaxing, but I had my laptop open and I was just checking one thing, and then suddenly it's midnight.
Exactly. Just one thing.
Just one thing. But I think you can manage that with good habits, like having a dedicated workspace, setting a clear end time for yourself, not checking emails after a certain hour. It takes discipline, but it's possible.
Discipline. That word keeps coming up. And I think that's the key difference between us. You have a lot of self-discipline, Emma. You can manage yourself without external structure. I need the structure. If my boss can see me, I work harder. If there's a meeting room booked, I'm prepared. The office keeps me accountable.
Yeah, I think that's really honest of you. And I don't think that's a weakness at all. Some people genuinely thrive with structure and routine. Knowing that you have to be somewhere at 9 a.m., that you have a schedule, that there are people expecting you, that's actually really motivating for a lot of people.
Absolutely. And for me, the office also separates my different life roles, you know? When I'm at the office, I'm Drake the professional. When I come home, I'm Drake who makes bad cooking decisions and watches too much TV. There's a clear switch.
Ha! Bad cooking decisions. What happened there?
We don't need to go into that. There was rice involved. That's all I'll say.
Huh, okay, I love that. Let's talk about one more thing, and this is something I feel really strongly about, and that's the commute. Like, let's really dig into the time cost of going into an office.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so let's say your commute is 45 minutes each way. That's an hour and a half every single day. 5 days a week, that's 7.5 hours every week. You're basically losing an entire extra workday just traveling back and forth. That's time you could spend sleeping, exercising, cooking, spending time with family, whatever matters to you.
Right, yeah. Okay, the math does hurt a little. But I would say a lot of people use that commute time productively. Like, I listen to podcasts, hey, maybe even this one, or audiobooks, or I call my mom. It's not wasted time.
That's true, you can multitask during a commute, but there's also the cost. Train tickets, fuel, parking, buying lunch near the office, it adds up. When I work from home, I save so much money just by eating at home and not paying for transport.
Yeah, the financial side is real. I spend way too much money on coffee near the office because it's right there and it smells amazing. But then again, working from home has its own costs, like a good chair, a monitor, faster internet, higher electricity bills.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. The home office setup costs money too, especially in winter when the heating is on all day. I definitely noticed my electricity bill went up when I started working from home full time.
See, no perfect answer. Every option has its trade-offs. Okay, Emma, let me ask you this. Is there anything about the office that you actually miss? Anything at all?
Honestly, yes. I do miss the energy sometimes. Like, there are days when I'm working from home and everything just feels a bit dull and quiet, and I think it would actually be nice to be around people right now. And I miss those moments of celebrating something together as a team, like when a big project finishes and everyone is excited and high-fiving. That feeling doesn't really translate over a Zoom call.
Right, exactly. That shared energy. And what about you, Drake? Is there anything about working from home that you actually liked? Oh, absolutely. The freedom to wear comfortable clothes, that was incredible. And honestly, I got to spend more time with my dog. Like normally, I'm away from home for 10 hours a day and he just sits there waiting. When I worked from home, we'd go for walks in the afternoon and it was genuinely one of the highlights of my day.
Aw, that's so sweet. See, your dog would vote for working from home.
He would. He absolutely would. He does not understand why I leave every morning.
Huh. Okay, so it sounds like we actually agree on more than we thought. Both options have real pros and real cons, and I think the honest answer is the best situation depends completely on you as a person.
Yeah, totally. And maybe the ideal thing, if your job allows it, is a mix of both. Like 2 or 3 days in the office, 2 days at home. You get the social connection and the structure, but also the quiet and the flexibility. A lot of companies are doing that now.
That hybrid model, yeah, I think for a lot of people that's the sweet spot. You get the best of both worlds. Though I will say, if someone told me I had to go to the office 5 days a week again, I would not be happy about it.
And if someone told me I had to work from home permanently, I'd probably start naming more houseplants.
Gerald needs company anyway. Okay, let's wrap up. Drake, final verdict, office or home?
Office, 100%. I need people. I need structure. I need that separation between work and home. That's just who I am. But I admit everyone's different and there's no wrong answer here.
And I'm staying home with my coffee, my quiet, and my flexible schedule, and I am very happy about it. All right, that's our conversation for today, everyone. We hope you enjoyed listening and that it felt natural and easy to follow.
If you want to practice what you heard today, try thinking about your own answer. Do you prefer working from home or in an office? And why? Try saying your answer out loud in English. It's great speaking practice.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We'll be back very soon with another Real Talk Lab episode, and we can't wait to see you there. Take care, keep practicing, and remember, real English is learned through real conversation.
See you next time.